Hello children, I am your English teacher Vaishali Ubale. Today we are going to learn class 8 English Literature's first poem geographic lesson written by Zulfikar Ghosh. So let's begin the poem with poet's intro. Zulfikar Ghosh, born on 13th March 1935 in Sialkot, India, which is now in Pakistan. Zulfikar Ghosh was born in India before partition, therefore we say he was born in India. Thereafter, he emigrated to United States in 1969 with his family. Zulfikar Ghosh has written most of the novels, poems and critical essays. His writing is a blend of fantasy and harsh realism of life. His poems are being published in the magazines and journals like the Atlantic Monthly, the New York Times, and the New Statesman. Zulfikar Ghosh's first novel, The Contradiction, was published in 1966. It explored the difference between Western and Eastern altitudes and way of life. In the same way, the poem what we are reading, geographical lesson, is based on real life. Now, let me tell you the key points of the poem. Children, in this poem, the poet talks about the earth and its physical features from different height as we see from an airplane. This poem is divided into three parts according to the altitudes at which the plane is flying. Thirdly, here the poet Zulfikar Ghosh also tries to unearth the symbolic meaning behind the physical features of the planet. So children, firstly I'll read the stanza, then I'll explain the stanza. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. Seeing it scale 6 inches to the mile, there seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned and without style. When the jet sprang into the sky, before giving the explanation of this stanza, let us move toward the word meanings. So the meaning of the words sprang means fly or flew, whereas the meaning of the word scale means to measure the length. And the meaning of inevitability means unable to avoid, uncertain. Now the meaning of haphazard, unorganized, whereas the meaning of the word unplanned, the thing which is not in proper order or which is done without plan. So children, now we will go through the summary or explanation of the first stanza. As the poet say here, when the jet sprang into the sky, he is trying to say about his panoramic view of land from the sky. He focused on what the city looks like from above. Means as he is flying or taking his flight in aeroplane, he is viewing the land and he tried to explain his feeling in this poem. Everything looks so small that a mile seems to be like the 6 inches. It becomes certain that everything developed without style and without any principle of an organization on the earth. Uh, Children, as poet is saying, he is seeing in the first stanza the things are looking very small, and each things what he is trying to say that it is not in a proper way, it is not in a good style, it is in an unorganized manner. So now let us learn about the poetic devices, what it is used in this poem. So let me tell you about the poetic device in this poem. Firstly, about the rhyme scheme of the poem. Children, do you know what is rhyme scheme? So, rhyme scheme means the word pattern that sounds similar. So you can see this from in the this forms in line 1 and 8 sound the same, and 2 and 5 sound the same, and whereas in line 3 and 6 it sound the same as well as in line 4 and 6 children. See the rhyme scheme. When the jet sprang into the sky, the last word sky, first line of the first stanza as well as the last line of the first stanza, they sound the same, sky sky. This is called the rhyme scheme, AA. Whereas city rhymes toward the inability, so it can be say as BB. And the third line had and haphazard, this sounds similar. So my and style, this sound the same. So the rhyme scheme here is A B C D B C D A, and we can find the repetition of the line. We can say even for this repetition also. The line 1 and 8 is being repeated. This is the second poetic device which is used in this stanza. Repetition or the repetition means a word or phrase or the whole line which is repeated again and again to emphasize any thought or idea of the poet. So what we can see in the line 1 and 8 which is repeated in this stanza. So children, we can see even the continuation of the lines, means the line which is carried with the second line. So that we can see here, that is called as enjambment. So children, do you know what is enjambment? So children, enjambment means the line which has continuation with next line without any punctuation mark. This we can see in line 2 of the first stanza. It was clear why the city had developed the way it had. So there is continuation. There is no punctuation mark, no comma, no full stop. This is called as enjambment. In the same form, we can see this in line 5 and 6. There seems an inability about what on ground had looked haphazard. So children, this is what the line which carry the meaning with the next line or the continuation of line is called enjambment. I hope you understood what is rhyme scheme, repetition as well as enjambment. Now we find even one more poetic device in this stanza, that is figures of speech. Here we find the figures of speech is alliteration. So alliteration means the word which are repeated which sound similar. So in the first line of the stanza, sprang into the sky, the sound of word S is being seen here. So this is alliteration example. And in the same form in line 4 we see seeing it scaled 6 inches. Here again the sound of word S is being found. So this is also one more example of alliteration. And in line 6 we can see about what a ground had looked haphazard. The sound of H word is seen here. Had and haphazard. So children, I hope you understood what the poetic device are and how the rhyming scheme is and what alliteration is. So let's move to the next stanza. So as previously I have did, I will read firstly the stanza, then I will give the explanation. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where river ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography, that land and water attracted man, was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. Children, before starting or giving the explanation of this second stanza, I will give the meaning of few words. Now, here the meaning of the word valley, the low land between two mountains or hills which often has a river flowing through it. And the meaning of logic, a way of explaining something by the poet in this particular stanza. So the meaning of the word delineated is uh, described in detail, explaining in detail. So children, let us move toward the explanation of this second stanza. So children, here in this second stanza, the poet says that when the plane reached 10,000 feet in the sky, the poet came to know why the cities of countries are located near the river, why the valleys are populated. The poet provides the logic of geography, which is clearly depicted, means shown. That is the reason that made the people to settle in an organized way. In this second stanza, according to Zulfikar Ghosh, land and water, which are the lifeline and a reason for our survival, attracted the early humans. Means that human beings were wise, or even human beings are wise to settle down where they could grow food and get water and shelter. Like in the previous stanza, the poet repeated the line in the same way in this stanza, when the jet reached 10,000 feet, to tell us that he came to know about all this only when the airplane was 10,000 feet up in the sky and he could see the land and water. Means here the land portion was less and water is more. He came to know, as we all know, our land is covered with three portion, that is 75% of water and one portion of land. So now children, we will discuss about the poetic devices that is used in this second stanza. First, about the rhyme scheme. As I have taught you in the first stanza, here also we will learn the poetic device. So firstly we will move from rhyme scheme. So feet. The first line is symbolizing the eighth line. So that is feet. When the jet reached 10,000 feet, and the last line it is repeated, when the jet reached 10,000 feet. The word feet, feet is rhyming similarly. And whereas country is rhyming to geography. And in the third line, ran is connecting toward the word man. So, this can be said as C. And populated, this is denoted toward delineated. So these are rhyming the same or sounding the same form. So this is called as the rhyme scheme. We can see the rhyme scheme A, B, C, D, B, C, D, A. So these are the 8 lines of the poem where we can see in the second stanza the rhyme scheme. Now, as you have seen in the first stanza, there is a repetition of the lines. In the same way, here in the second stanza is. The repetition is between the first and the last line of the second stanza. That is when the jet reached 10,000 feet. Okay, the one more poetic device which is used in this stanza is enjambment. So there is a repetition or continuation of the line which carry the meaning to the next line, from second line to third line. It was clear why the country had cities where the river ran, and the continuation is there in same form in fourth line also children, and why the valleys were populated. So here you can see one more enjoyment in the next line. The logic of geography, that land and water attracted man, was clearly delineated. And I have taught you in beginning only what these lines carry is called as, that is enjambment. So children, in this stanza we can even see one more poetic device used by the poet, that is figures of speech. Which figures of speech is used here? Alliteration. In line 3, the sound of word R is been seen here. That is, had cities where the rivers ran. Means rivers ran. The sound of R word is heard here. Okay children. So here we have learned about the four types of poetic device. Firstly about the rhyme scheme, secondly about the repetition, and third poetic device is enjambment, and fourth is the figures of speech, that is alliteration. Okay, now let's move to the third stanza children. As I have did in earlier two stanzas, in the same way firstly I'll read the stanza, then I'll give the explanation children. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear that the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. But it was difficult to understand that the man on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities, and to kill. From that height, it was not clear why. So, children, firstly, here this third stanza is a little different from the previous two stanza. Okay, firstly I'll give the word meanings and after that I'll start explaining. So in the first line, rose means flying toward the high, flew high. Okay, and difficult, which is very tough. And the other meaning, wall across, means to build wall across means here to construct walls according to this stanza. Here cities means particularly, as we can say according to this stanza, that is countries. Okay children, so let's move toward the explanation of the third stanza. In this third part of the poem, the poet says that when the airplane was at the height of around 6 miles, it became clear to him that the earth is round and it has more water than land. At such a height, the poet sees a single earth and wonder why people are divided. In this third stanza, the poet talks about the fact that human beings have never trusted one another. They never trust on each other. They divided for their selfish motto the whole world on their hatred rather than the logic. They even kill each other unnecessarily. So children, here in this third stanza, the poet is trying to express his feeling as he had taken birth in India, and later on after dividation of India and Pakistan, he had gone to Pakistan. Then from there he emigrated to US. And somewhere we can see in this third stanza he has that pain, that dreadful feeling, that how he got separated from his birthland, and how people are using their selfish motive and making each other to fight. Some of the people, not all the people, but few of them, they are trying to break the link, and even they are not hesitating to kill each other. This looks very illogical in this third stanza. Okay children, now let us move toward the poetic device what is used in this third stanza. So firstly, here only we as the stanza are means the third stanza is not similar toward the two stanzas. Here the rhyme scheme is also different, as well as the form of lines are different. The continuation is there. We can find two poetic devices in this stanza. First one is we will learn about the rhyme scheme, how it is. See, when the jet rose 6 mile high, the high and y last line word sounds the same, so it is a. And whereas second line, It was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than land. There is continuation, but it was difficult to understand. So this sounds now round the second line and the fifth line of this stanza sounds the same, that is round and found. This we can say as B. Whereas land, understand, build, this sounds same. So we can say C, C, C. Whereas the word build we can see in the C form, and the one word in this stanza that is different, wall across cities and to kill, it won't rhyme with any other word, so we can carry it as D. So the rhyme scheme used here is A B C C B C D A, children. Okay, and we can see there is enjambment in the poem. Means in this stanza there is continuation. The second line continuation is with third line and the third line continuation with fourth line. So let me read and show you the continuation of the lines. So the second line, it was clear the earth was round. It is carried with the second line, and that it had more sea than land, but it was difficult to understand. That the man on the earth found causes to hate each other, wall across cities to kill. So particularly as you have seen, there is no punctuation mark here. There is no other any kind of sign to say that there is end in first line, second line. So there is continuation. The one line is connected toward the another line, that is line 2 and 3 is connected, whereas line 4, 5 and 6 has continuation with each other. So this is called as enjambment. So there is no any other poetic device in this stanza. So children, some of other literary aspect what we have to see here is the form of 3 stanzas of 8 line each in this poem. Whereas the theme of this poem is nature and human interversion. Whereas symbolism or symbol is the wall as symbol of national boundaries and hatred among the people. So the symbol of wall which is constructed to protect the borders of the country, as army people does, and we people hate each other and we are dividing our borders. So we are fighting for our land, water. So whereas there is one earth only which where we are living, there is only one land we are surviving, and the air what we breathe is similar, and the water what we use, it is similar in the same form. Then too we are building boundaries. So the tone used here is thoughtful and critical. So children, here ends our poem. Thank you to listen.